The cinematograph used flexible film cut into 35mm wide strips and used an intermittent mechanism modelled on the sewing machine. The camera shot films at 16 frames per second, rather than the 46 which Edison used. This became the standard film rate for nearly 25 years. Thanks to these innovations, the Lumiere brothers could produce films more cheaply than Edison. The first film shot with the cinematograph camera was workers leaving the Lumiere factory at Lyon. The film was shot and shown in March. In that very same month of 1895, British inventors R.W. Paul and Burt Akers produced a functional camera which was based partly on Marie's 1888 camera. In just half a year they shot 13 films for use with Edison and Dixon's kinetoscope. Also in 1895, the Latham brothers succeeded in creating a camera and a projector, and in May, they opened a small theatre. It received little attention, as the image projected was very dim. The Lathams did, however, contribute greatly to motion picture history. Their projectors employed a system which looped the film, making it less susceptible to breaks and tears. The Latham loop, as it was later called, is still in use in modern motion picture projectors. Early in 1896, Herman Kassler and W.K.L. Dixon, Edison's former partner, had developed a camera, but had decided to concentrate on producing a projection system. The camera and projector they produced were unusual, as they used 70mm film, which gave very clear images. In January 1896, Burt Akers presented a selection of films to the Royal Photographic Society. These included the famous Rough Sea at Dover, and soon projected films were shown there regularly. That year, the Lumiere brothers sent a representative from their company to London and started a successful run of cinematograph films.
Once we've chosen a topic, what is the most important thing we should do?
I would say that the key thing is good initial research. Once you have a solid base, you can add to it, adapt it, or even take parts out if they are not relevant to your central theme. Peter, you're looking thoughtful.
I was wondering why so many students drop out.
It's hard to say, because the reasons students give may not necessarily be the real ones. I'd say that a lot of the time it's a lack of confidence, rather than academic inability or other pressures. It's hard to say, though. Perhaps help from friends, not academic so much as emotional, might have prevented these students dropping out.
Any other advice at this stage, Professor?
Work hard. Don't overdo it, though. Leave yourself some time to relax. We get many Asian students at this university who try to do too much. They end up getting confused and are too embarrassed to ask for help. Then they do the worst possible thing and just copy other people's work.
We'll bear that in mind. When shall we arrange our next tutorial for?
Do you want to come along together or separately?
What do you think, Kate?
I'm happy to come together.
Okay, how about in 2 weeks' time?
Wednesday the 30th? I'm afraid I'm not free.
Thursday 31st?
That's fine with me. Professor?
Yes, but only in the afternoon. Why don't we meet right after lunch at 1 o'clock?
That's true. What should I do after that?
You should then write your speech out. In this way, you can have a firm idea of what you will say. It really doesn't mean that the speech you will give must be exactly the same, but at least I can read it over to make some corrections if you want.
Wow, really? That would be great. I really appreciate it.
Once you write it out, the next step is to practice giving the speech. At first you can practice in front of the mirror so that you can see your expressions and your presentation. Don't present your speech in a memorizing way, without normal voice inflection and pauses. Use the note cards. While giving the speech, always remember to make eye contact with the audience. Some gestures may be better, because it will help you to relax and add energy to your speech. At last, you can practice giving your speech to some friends and ask them to give you suggestions.
That's a great idea.
So when is the English speech contest due?
Well, the speech topic is due on May the 25th, while the speech contest will be held on May the 30th.
Well, if you need help, you can come to my office in my office hour before the 20th of May. After that date, you can contact me by email, for I will attend a conference in France. Remember, my office hour is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on weekdays.
Okay, Professor Green. Thanks so much.
You are welcome.
Welcome to this latest lecture on living in London. Today we're going to look at transport, and I'd like to start with the London Underground system, also called the Tube because of the shape of the tunnels. First, you need to learn your lines. There are 12 different lines, each with its own name. For example, the Piccadilly line, the Circle line. Each line is a different colour on the map of the Underground system. You can find the map in the ticket hall at each underground station, and usually on the platforms as well. Sections of the map are also displayed in the carriages of the underground trains. Before you begin, it helps to know which line you are starting on and on which line your destination can be found. If they are on different lines, look at the map to see where the two lines cross, and note the name of the station where they meet. That is where you have to change trains. If the two lines do not cross, keep looking until you find a third line that crosses both of the other two. Then you will need to change trains twice. You can buy a ticket from one of the automatic machines or from the ticket office. Either way, you need to know the name of the station you are going to. You also need to know whether you want a single ticket, which is valid just to get you to your destination, or a return, which gets you there and back again. Fares are based on a zone system. The more zones you travel through, the more expensive your fare is. There are 6 zones, with Zone 1 covering central London and Zone 6 covering the outskirts of the system, including, for example, Heathrow Airport. Most of the underground maps show which stations are in which zones. A single ticket for travel through all 6 zones currently costs £4. Depending on how far you are travelling and how many journeys you need to make, it may be cheaper to buy a one-day travel card, which gives you unlimited travel on all London Underground and bus services. The day you buy it. A one-day travel card covering all 6 zones currently costs £8. You can also buy an Oyster card. This is the best option if you are going to be in London for a long time. You get a discount on all tickets, usually about 10%. And you don't have to queue to buy tickets. Just buy credit for your card and then use it as directed when you enter and leave underground stations at the start and finish of your journeys. At underground stations you must pass through an automatic gate. Put your ticket into the slot to the right of the gate. When the gate opens, pass through. As you pass through, your ticket will pop up from another slot on the top. Pull your ticket out and take it with you. You need it at the end of your journey. This is the same procedure for travel cards. With Oyster cards, you hold your card over the card reader at special automatic gates. If you have baggage with you, you can go through a special larger gate where you can pass through more easily. Show your ticket to an attendant and ask him or her to let you through this gate. Most stations have long escalators leading to and from the trains. Try to stand to the right-hand side, leaving space for people to walk past you on the left. When changing trains, get off at the station where the line you are on crosses the line you need. Follow the signs for the line you need and the direction you want to go in. When you leave the system, you must pass through an automatic gate again to leave the station. Put your ticket in the slot as before. If you bought a return ticket or a travel card, your ticket will pop up for you to collect again, so that you can use it later. If you bought a single ticket, or if you are on the return trip of your return ticket, your ticket will stay in the machine. To find out more about the London Underground, check the official website, www.thetube.com. This site also has the map and information in numerous foreign languages. Now, let's move on to Good morning. I've heard that you offer walking tours of the city.
Yes, we do. We have 4 walks. Did you have any particular one in mind?
Not really. Actually, I don't know anything about your tours. Could you...
Of course. Here's our leaflet. Let me take you through it. Our main walk is a comprehensive one of the city centre, lasting a whole afternoon. It is quite long, but takes you to all the main sites and a few lesser-known ones. As you can see, we take in the castle, the cathedral, the historic houses along the riverside, and the city gate. Halfway through, we stop at the oldest pub in the city, the Cat and Dog, for refreshments.
That looks very interesting. I see you have a walk that just takes in the castle.
Yes, it spends more time examining the castle and its history. The first tour I mentioned visits the castle briefly, but this one includes visits to all the exhibits there and a longer walk along the castle wall.
I heard something about... yes, there it is, the ghost walk in the evening.
Ah, yes. This is a very popular tour. You'll need to book ahead for this one. The tour starts here at 8 p.m. every evening except Mondays and finishes here at about 2 hours later.
Which places are visited on the walk?
Well, again, we take people to the castle and to the cathedral, but we don't go inside. At the cathedral, we see a few tombs and tell people some pretty grisly stories.
Is the walk suitable for children?
Not really. Actually, all 4 of our walks are really for adults, or at least older children.
And the 4th walk is...
Well, it follows the life and times of Robert Jones, the famous Victorian writer who was born here and lived here most of his life. We take people to see where he was born, educated and lived. This tour is popular with people interested in Victorian architecture, as much as with people interested in literature.
I see. Now, prices. They're not listed here in the brochure.
Prices depend on the season and the number of people you make a booking for.
We'd be interested in taking a tour sometime next week, midweek, and we are a small group of 6 people.
OK, there's a small discount for groups of 5 to 10 people. The full price for the City Sights tour is £10 per person, The castle tour is £7. The ghost walk is also £7 and the Robert Jones walk is £8. The discount is 5% off the total fee.
Thank you. And what time do the tours start? You said the ghost walk starts at 8 p.m?
Yes, the City Sights one starts at 1 p.m. and finishes at 6 p.m. The castle tour starts at 9 a.m. and finishes at midday. The Robert Jones walk starts at 2 p.m. and finishes at 5 p.m.
The ghost walk is not on Mondays. How about the other walks?
The same. Our office is open on Mondays for booking walks, but there are no tours that day.
I see. Thank you very much. I see you have a website.
Yes, www.walknewtown.com. Walk New Town is written as one word. It has up-to-date information, and you can also see the exact routes we take and the timings.
Sorry?
The timings. How long we spend at each location.
Oh, I see. Thank you. Hello, Amy. Are you going to Wendy's wedding next month?
Yes, Ken, I am. It's sure to be a good one.
Which day is it again? I can't remember.
The 16th, isn't it?
It can't be the 16th. My wedding anniversary's the 16th.
Then it must be the 15th.
Ah, that's right. A Saturday. It's at St. John's Church, isn't it?
Yes, the reception's at Simon's.
What? Simon Winters from accounting?
No, the restaurant, Simon's. You know, on Museum Road.
Oh, sorry, got a bit confused there. I've never been to Simon's.
Nor me. It's a new place. It's supposed to be very good, and Wendy's future husband, Matthew, knows the owner. So I reckon the food will be really nice.
Great. What kind of restaurant is it?
It doesn't really focus on food from any particular place. But I suppose you'd say, well, they do some French dishes, Italian and some typical British dishes too.
Sounds like they have something for everyone.
Well, I guess that's the idea. More variety, more customers. I mean, there aren't many restaurants around here anyway.
True. So, this Matthew she's marrying, do you know him well? I met him at the Christmas party briefly. He seemed like a great bloke.
He's very nice. He teaches golf. He's really helped me with my game.
So, he must work at that new course on the outskirts of town then. I heard it's very nice there.
Yeah, it's great. You don't play, do you?
No, never. How old is he? He didn't look very old.
He's actually a couple of years younger than Wendy. She's 28, right? Yeah, he must be 26.
So what kind of present do you think they'd appreciate? I know it's usual to get a small household item. Any ideas?
Actually, they've produced one of those books where the items are pictured, and you sign your name beside the picture to show which gift you're going to get.
Those things are a great idea. My sister had one when she got married. The great thing is that you get exactly the brand that you want.
Yeah, and you don't risk getting two of the same thing.
Absolutely. You don't need 2 irons or 2 sets of cutlery. How about the stag night?
I've got Matthew's phone number, so I'll give him a call and find out. Or I'll ask him when I go to the club next time.
I know the guy who runs the Black Diamond. They have a function room we could use. I might be able to get it for free, but more likely I'll just get a discount.
I'll let Matthew know. There are not many decent venues for a stag night here, are there?
No, there aren't. Well, have a word with him and let me know the date and the number of the people he expects, and I'll have a chat with my friend.
OK. By the way, are you doing anything special for your anniversary?
Well, I was thinking of taking my wife to Tipford. There's a very nice restaurant there, a Chinese one. My wife loves Chinese food, but there's no restaurant here. I thought she'd like it.
That's a great idea. When you go, don't forget to stop at the church. The interior is beautifully decorated.
Thanks. My wife likes old buildings and architecture. She'll like that. Hi, Ref. Hi, Marta.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. Thanks for agreeing to help us with this university application form. No problem. It's the UCAS form, is it? Well, I brought mine along as well as an example. Let's have a look at the first page. Ah, here. You need to write in your addresses in your home countries.
Here, where it says home address.
That's right.
But we don't want them to send things to that address.
They won't, see. It says they will send things to your residential address, which is in the UK.
Oh, I see.
And here we need to write the name of our school, don't we? Yes, and any other secondary schools you've attended. Don't forget to write FT in the box there on the right. FT means full-time, I suppose. Yes, it does. Put the most recent school you've attended at the top.
Here it says we should enter our ethnic origin, but only if we are UK applicants.
Well, you are living in the UK. Put it in anyway. It won't matter. They only use it for statistical purposes. Should we put the subjects we've taken for A-level in this area, 7A? No, that's for exams you've already taken and got the results for. Here, underneath, in part 7B, you can see the space for exams that you've taken but don't have the results for, or are going to take.
And do we need to write the name of our school there too? That's where we will take the exams.
That's right. Don't forget to put the address too. Do you know the postcode for our school, Jeff? Yes, it's PL3 6LY. Now, how about page 3?
I did some part-time work. Should I put that in the employment section?
Yes, I did some part-time work too. Write PT in the final box for part-time.
OK. And for nature of work, I'll put shop assistant.
OK. Now we've come to part 10, personal statement. Did you write out a rough draft for me to look at as I suggested?
Yes, here's mine.
And here's mine. OK. Let me just have a quick look. I'll just correct the grammatical mistakes. There aren't many. Be careful with your spelling, Marta. A ref, I wouldn't include this sentence about wanting your parents to be proud of you. A personal statement should be more practical, rather than an emotional appeal. I see. It's a bit different in my culture. OK, I'll take your advice. I think you both need to say why you're interested in those particular courses at those particular universities.
Well, I like some of the elective courses on offer in years 2 and 3. That's how I chose those particular universities. How about you, Aref?
Well, I considered that, but many of the law courses at university are very similar, so I also considered the geographical location of the universities. OK, add those reasons. Have you both signed at the bottom of page 3? Yes, oh Marta, you forgot to add the date. Now, on page 4, you need to have a teacher write a reference for you. I'm going to ask Mr. Martin, since he's my form teacher.
I'm going to ask Mrs. Robinson, because she's my art teacher.
Good. It's best to have your form teacher to do it, or ask the teacher who teaches the subject you want to study. They are most likely to have an idea of your abilities. Should I leave it to the teacher to fill in the details about the school at the top of the reference page? Yes. Some of that information isn't known to us students anyway.
Well, thanks for your help, Jeff. Are you going to...